Welcome to Swinger University, your horizontal enrichment program. Bringing you an educational podcast about swinging. Here are your hosts, Ed and Phoebe.
Hi, this is Ed.
And this is Phoebe.
Today we are talking about two common preferences in the lifestyle. Friends with benefits, or DTF, down to fuck. Making a swinger couple your good friend seems to be the goal, while those who just want to fuck are somehow thought as aggressive. When you start out embarking on this sexy adventure of swinging, you will always hear how couples have other couples that are friends with benefits. It is touted as this Nirvana of swinging. Well, let me tell you, it is as real as getting in the Mile High Club.
Most swingers start out thinking friends with benefits is Nirvana. The white picket fence, the house, 2 kids, and a great career. Not. Somehow finding that elusive couple that you connect with year after year and have many, many fuck dates becomes the goal. However, the DTF couples may actually be the people you want to fuck. Why? Because most swingers are in the lifestyle for 18 months, and chances of meeting that couple that you think will be your friends with benefits couple are really 1 in 10.
Somehow, DTF couples are seen as less desirable. Maybe they're scary, they're intimidating, they've got these, high expectations that you're going to meet and you're just going to fuck. Like, put the keys in the bowl.
Head to the bedroom. And, that's a very forward-thinking approach. But DTF doesn't mean just because you meet, you have to fuck. We go to parties all the time, and it doesn't always happen. You meet people, both couples still have to figure out whether they are attracted to each other, whether they even want to have sex. Maybe they're not in the mood. If you meet a couple and you are attracted to them, don't you kind of want to fuck them? Why is the friends with benefits couple more appealing? We are going to break down pros and cons for that kind of couple. Pros. You get more opportunities to play.
Right. They're a phone call away. Hey, we'll bring over a bottle of wine.
Bam.
Watch a movie, Netflix, and
once the kids are off to bed, we all head to the bedroom and they're dead asleep and they never know.
And that's what hot tubs are for.
Oh, yes. It's convenient. It's familiar. It's comfortable.
Yeah, you kind of worked out all of the kinks, so to speak.
Introductions, comfortable, this, that, the other thing.
Right. You're past that awkward first date phase, and you're straight to the, we know them. Let's invite the Joneses over.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Joneses.
Oh.
There are a lot of different vacations that you can have, getaways. Your vacation becomes a different type of vacation. So it's fun because it's different than everybody else's vacation.
Right. We've heard other podcasters talk about their annual trip to Desire where they connect with the couple that they met, and it's like an annual reunion.
Yes. Heck, I have never even gone to my high school reunion. I would love to have an annual fuck date reunion.
I've been to both my high school reunions, and I wanted to fuck at them both. So there you go.
Sharing your vanilla experiences in public can be very tantalizing. You all have this private secret that's going on.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, titter, titter. You have the, secret sneak off to the bathroom girl conversations.
Oh, yes.
The classic swinger game of, do you think that couple over there in the corner might be swingers?
Right. We love that game. We're always asking, wait, wasn't he with her before and now she's with him? I swear they switched. Wait, who's with who? Yeah. Flirting in public, kind of risky, but exciting, right?
And depending on where you are, it could be totally risk-free. You're
yes.
in a faraway city. So us visiting San Francisco, for example,
sure,
nobody knows anything.
Right.
They don't know who we are, although we have run into people we knew.
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of fun to flirt outside the bounds and make everybody else go, wait a second, are they swingers?
Isn't that my boss? I thought his wife was a brunette. What?
Ruh-roh.
The cons. You can get too enmeshed in each other's world.
We've heard about long-term relationships where typically with a unicorn, but it isn't always a unicorn. Sometimes it's the other woman, that few stories we've heard, where she starts to get really attached and kind of crosses into that emotional relationship boundaries where it's not just innocent fun.
Right. Or you, how do I say, in each other's lives so much. You're sharing so much of the day-to-day vanilla. You're going to each other's kids' soccer games.
Right.
You're doing all this other extra vanilla things together that it kind of tends to be too much.
A little too much PTA and not enough DTF.
Exactly. Another con is you tend to be exclusive and there's lack of variety in your lifestyle. You do everything with this other couple,
right?
And it's so comfortable that you're not having the variety that maybe you want and maybe you don't. Maybe that's what you want. And for some couples that's great. They just have that one couple and they play exclusively with them for several years. Yeah. 3 years, 10 years at most, we've heard. So it's great if that works for you. But again, you're lacking variety.
Well, and the downside with that is you've put all of your eggs in that one basket.
Right.
So let's say that couple decides to get out of the lifestyle. We can name a lot of couples who used to be in the lifestyle and aren't now. Right. And if they had been our exclusive, then we wouldn't have been kind of curating these other relationships or meeting other couples.
It's kind of like breaking up with a boyfriend or getting divorced.
Yeah,
You're back in the dating
over.
scene. Yes, starting all over again. And you have no one in your little black book to call on.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I know.
And you go to events and you go to parties and you run into a couple who you'd like to play with, but now, you're kind of in an exclusive thing, which I gotta say kind of goes against the whole swinger purpose, which is they're hot. What do you think, honey? Wouldn't it be nice to take them back to our room?
Right.
You're right.
And honestly,
let's do them.
We've had so many great experiences where that have surprised me. And we're done. We're like, wow, I never had sex with anybody like that before. Or I didn't know that I would have so much fun with her. And her in the meaning of like a woman, because I'm not bi, but I will play with a woman, and I've had wonderful experiences. So, but it's random for me. It's based on the vibe, I guess, for lack of a better description, right? And so I've had some pretty hot experiences with women that have been surprising, and I'm like, oh, that was pretty nice. I really thought that was great. Of course, Ed's quick to say, oh, you are so bi. I'm like, well, maybe I am, maybe I'm not, but I still prefer men. You know.
So it's more like an 80-20 thing.
Right?
70-30.
This is very hard to define. We have a whole other episode on that.
We'll just say it's a sliding scale depending on the woman.
Right. Okay. And the last con is being jealous of being left out when your new friends have found another couple.
Right. They want to expand their horizons because the variety sounds fun, and now you're the third wheel.
Yeah.
It's a little committed, not quite polyamorous. When we were talking about this, we were trying to figure out, like, okay, where's the line between polyamorous and the other? And it's like, oh, they live with you or they don't. But other than that, it's pretty close.
And some of these relationships, they do so much together. It's,
yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Shop together,
quadruple.
travel together. Yeah, everything's together.
Now, I thought of another con. We've met a few couples in the lifestyle that like to play bareback. And for them, this whole exclusivity and the initial testing that kind of goes into that is kind of enmeshed with this friends with benefit concept that we've been talking about. The con with that is, as we've talked about with safe sex practices, you're only as safe as the weakest link. So let's say you have this friends with benefits relationship, you're playing bareback, and they have a freaky night one time. Now you are opened up to that risky behavior. Now it's affecting your sex life and your friends with benefits relationship.
Right. And
So-
that's put on pause for a good 3 months, because even though you're tested and you get your test and it comes back negative that you don't have AIDS, you still have to wait about 3 months to be completely safe and not have sex with anybody else. So,
I've heard gonorrhea and syphilis are coming back too.
yes, and stronger strains
It's great.
being resistant to our...
It's the end of the days. It's the apocalypse.
Oh no. Why do people tend to have a negative view on DTF couples? Are they seen as more aggressive, as we mentioned before? Could maybe they're just passionate. Maybe they're just driven and confident. Perhaps they don't have enough time between jobs, kids, soccer practice, so they literally have to squeeze in some fun quickly. So
Yeah.
I encourage you to suspend your negativity around the DTF
Open
couple.
your mind to the tantalizing promise of DTF.
Yes.
Pros. It's easy. It's free-flowing. Cordial, fun, friendly. But it's a little goal-oriented. So the idea is you are open to the possibility of things like fucking on the first date.
Yes.
Not that you're going to,
But
you're open to it.
right. Good one. I like it. Go ahead.
You can keep a long-term connection, but without the involvement of this whole friends with benefits kind of enmeshed relationship. There's no reason why your DTF friends couldn't be repeat offenders, right? It doesn't have to be a one night stand. It could be a whole bunch of one night stands. Random, hey, call them up. They're, as they say, down to fuck.
Yeah.
So why not call them again?
Right? I don't know. One of the cons, what other pros can you think? I couldn't think of any other pros of it because it's just so easy.
Well, I think that's the thing. Think of DTF as more of a mentality.
Yes.
And open to the possibilities of it. They're like, look, we're tired of rules.
Yeah.
We've been there, done that. We're not all tightly wound and worried about, well, it's the first date. We really shouldn't. It's like, we in high school? We're swingers, right? Like, I've got condoms, we've got lube. You want to meet other people to fuck. Hi, we're people. Would you like to fuck? It's that simple.
Leave it to a man to break it down that simply. There is a little more. I got all the women are out there like, I'm not just going to spread my legs for anybody.
Well, no, you got to like hit it off with them.
Yeah.
But we've had examples where we've met a couple, and if circumstances had allowed us, we were elbowing each other at the table going, what do you think? Oh yeah, I'd fuck them. And we were like, oh, shit, too bad we set this up in a way where we couldn't, or we don't have a place, or it's not going to happen.
Right.
And the few times where we've actually, to hell with it, let's go get a hotel room.
Yeah.
And then something didn't work out.
Right. I know. Meh. I know. DTF relationships can move too fast for some. And in the beginning, those did move fast for us because we weren't comfortable enough. We weren't ready. We didn't know all the ins and outs. We didn't have the secret handshake password, I wink, whatnot thing. We just didn't know what was going to happen and how it was all going to go down.
Well, when we first started, we were only soft swap, and we had a lot of rules and a lot of...
Well,
we had a lot of nervousness.
Very
few rules.
Few rules. Yeah, like 2 or 3, maybe 3. It wasn't much.
It wasn't these weren't serious rules.
No.
These were more like guidelines. But as we've become more comfortable,
yes,
we definitely kind of pulled the governor off and more than happy to pedal the metal.
The second con is this relationship interaction may feel a bit insensitive to you if you need more time for familiarity, because it is a very direct approach,
right?
A very confident,
very transactional,
right.
I brought my wife. Did you bring yours?
Right. Which kind of strips off all the whole friendliness and feeling, that, people are obviously still very respectful and nice and courteous. Although I will say our very first DTF couple, it was pretty transactional. They were nice. They did have food for us.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, you've taken 3 bites of your snack? Great. Let's go to the bedroom.
Wow.
They were like, they had busy schedules. They had a system that works for them.
They traveled. It was terrible.
We were used. So yeah, it was interesting. It was fun, but it tended to be a little more transaction. They were nice. They weren't. I'm not saying they weren't insensitive in any regard. But
no,
yeah.
But we arrived at their house, and it was clear that we were there for a purpose.
Yeah.
right? Like, it wasn't a random social gathering. There wasn't the whole, and to clarify a little bit, we had met them and played with them before.
Oh, we did?
Yes. The house party with the red light.
Oh, with the red light.
In Midtown. Mm-hmm. And we went there.
You're going to have to edit that Midtown part out.
No, everybody knows we live in Sacramento.
Yeah, but the red light in Midtown? I don't know.
Nobody's going to know that.
All right, fine.
I'm leaving that in. I may leave this whole thing in.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a rebel.
Outtakes.
But anyway, we met them at a house party in Midtown, and it was a little strange, but the party was a little strange.
Why was it strange?
It was kind of a weird party, but I think people were too drunk.
Oh.
I think that was part of it.
Huh.
But we had a good time.
Yeah.
And we had seen them and met them a couple other times before this, but we played on the same bed with them. We were like, it was kind of fun. We might do them again. And they called us out of the blue, and we got together. So showing up at their house, and it wasn't a Super Bowl party, and it wasn't some specific social engagement. This was literally, hey, you want to come over to our house? Well, what else are you going to do?
Right.
Like,
right. Yeah.
There's a goal here.
There's a goal. To have fun.
Whee! Well, what's that like? I'm
fun?
Fun, yeah.
I know. It's devoid of about a year, going on a year and a half now.
I feel
Soon.
like this podcast is a little bit of a tease. Mm-hmm. Not only to us, but to all of our listeners as well.
I know.
It's like, imagine a world where people can get together and have sex.
Keep going. This sounded good. Keep going. Keep going. Please take me there. Please. God.
If only.
All right, everyone. All in all, do what's best for you and your partner. You may start out wanting more of a friendship, but migrate to not so much. We have found couples that start out making fast friends with another couple only to have it peter out. Some couples absolutely need to have both lives separate due to their careers and public profile. The goal is to navigate these waters in the best way that honors your relationship and is respectful of your friends or soon to be friends no more. Honesty, as difficult as it can be at times, is truly your best foot forward when navigating your wants, needs, and desires.
And in this lifestyle, there's someone out there for everyone. So,
yes,
do what's best for you.
Yes.
Before you turn off our podcast to take care of all the vanilla things pulling you away, please reach out and give us a review. I know mashing a star is so much easier, but a review is so much better for sharing your love of what we're doing with others. We would appreciate it. If you want to share a personal story, ask us questions, or share your comments, you can contact us at swingeruniversity@gmail.com. Check us out at swingeruniversity.com, where you can find links to our Twitter and Instagram feeds. Thank you for listening to Swinger University, your horizontal enrichment podcast.